Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Toronto Blue Jays and the Chicago Cubs. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi, and singing the big bat in the lineup so far this year. O'Neal Cruz leads the team at OPS, so he's the guy that looks to slug and basically make things happen for them offensively.
Just a machine in terms of production at the plate. He'll take his walks, he'll barrel up the baseball, he'll hit the ball in the gaps, he'll hit the ball over the fence. So talk about a guy going good. That's him right now, and he's a bat that you want to stay away from if you're the pitcher.
Just about set to go. Today's starting pitcher, Michael Kopech.
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Here's Kevin Kiermaier, and he's currently the team leader in batting average, Chris. And he deals. Outside. And we're underway here this afternoon.
First pitch, 120.
The pitch. Swing and a foul straight back. And a foul ball.
He's dealing with a great two-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
Way inside, gets out of the way. A little bit low.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
On the ground, right side. Devers takes it to the bag, going up and down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. This is one of the best teams in the league when it comes to drawing walks, Chris, so we'll probably see a very patient approach from them.
Yeah, Boogie, that's often what leads to a lot of runs scored. You get runners on base, you work that pitch count up for the opposing pitchers, and then you take advantage when they make mistakes. You get into that bullpen. You can tell that everyone up and down this lineup just comes in with a great plan of attack, a lot of patience, just like you said.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one. Kopech, he isn't really known as a starting pitcher that's going to get you deep into the start. It's not that he's not capable, he just hasn't proven that he can do it yet. And there's a ball.
He's got such great stuff. You just don't know from start to start whether it's a potential no-hitter or it's a guy that's only going to give you 3 or 4 innings.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
But for the most part, with that kind of stuff, you expect him to get to the middle of the ball game.
One down, base is empty. And down on strikes he goes. 2 away down. On the north side of Chicago, John Shambi and Chris Singleton. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Left field, way back there. That one's got a chance. Grabs it right up against the wall. We head to the bottom of the first. No score. Back here with my pal Siggy. And towing the slab in this one, Chris Bassett.
Well, no doubt about it. He's going to have to put together some consistently good performances in order to bring that ERA down. Now, he's got good stuff. He's just got to be able to have confidence, trusted, and really go after hitters, not nibble. Trusted his stuff can have late life in Miss Barrels of bats.
And now, Trey Turner.
Second baseman. Turner.
The wind of the pitch. And that's outside. And that's ball one. Bassett, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a cutter, a curve, a slurve, and he works in a changeup. Kicks and deals. There's a strike.
1-1.
And a pitch. That one in the dirt. 2-1. Laced down the line. Base hit right field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting second.
Here's Rafael Devers. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. And the first pitch misses for ball one. That one missed. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Bassett with a look to first, and he's back in there. Runner at first with no outs here. Left-hand batter waits. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
The pitch. Turner runs. Liner snagged at first. Takes it to the bag himself and doubles him off.
Batting third. The center fielder, Mike.
Here's Mike Trout.
Wow.
Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply.
Yeah, he's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
And first offering is fouled off. Two out, space is empty. Now a screamer into the outfield. Varsho puts it away, and that is that. Scoreless after one. New inning getting started. Digging in, Seiya Suzuki. Chris, he's definitely going to finish the year with a new career high in homers. We just don't know how many he's going to hit quite yet. Kopech back to work. Fastball for a strike. The pitch.
One
Not
ball,
close
one
with
strike.
that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Clyde Washington with home plate duties in this one.
A little bit of a low zone move from Clyde. Nothing crazy, though. Pitchers that work consistently down around the knees and are able to command their off-speed stuff tend to have some pretty good success with him back there behind the plate.
And the right-hander deals. Breaking ball in there for a strike. How much were you aware of the umpire's scouting report, or even who's going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
And now it's even up. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
The wind of the pitch. Got him lifted. Throws him with the heater at the knees. Here's George Springer. On the ground. And foul ball. 1 out, bases empty. And a foul ball. Righty to the plate. This one smoked out to left. Buxton makes the grab, and there are 2 down.
That is good. The catcher.
Now the catcher up to hit, Alejandro Kirk. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. That one drilled left field. That's back there. Off the scoreboard and out of here. A mammoth blast to right. So he just clears the wall. His 7th home run of the season. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Next to hit, Dalton Varsho. That's in for a strike. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
It was a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Ball 1 there.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer of it.
The 1-2. Oh, and he hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
That pitch right there didn't even sniff the zone. He was all out of whack on that delivery.
Man at first, Kevin Biggio with a chance to hit. Pulls that one foul. foul ball. Varsho off of first with 2 away. And a good eye there.
It's a good take.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. He swung over top of the curveball, but they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. And the home team down a run. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Here at Wrigley Field, bottom half of inning number 2. Now it's the right fielder, Nolan Jones. Why to kick the pitch. Hammer, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Will Bichette up to the dish.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
And that's too high. Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike. The Blue Jays up by a run here in the 2nd game of the series. Rolled to short, could be 2. To second for 1. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
Here's O'Neal Cruz.
He's been doing a good job knocking in his teammates. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
First pitch, and he just misses. Home team down a run. Bottom half of inning number 2. And another ball.
2-0.
And that one is lifted in the air. Varsho pulls it down and he makes the catch. That is the inning. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. On to the 3rd inning. And now the shortstop, Addison Barger. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. That one fouled off. Next pitch is outside.
1-1.
Just missed. The count 2-1. Down in the dirt, swing and a miss.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Ground ball to the right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Up next to the
Kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got him out behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
So the lineup flips over. Kevin Kiermaier will hit next. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat.
Nope,
Just missed. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 1-2. Barker aboard here at first with nobody out. And that's in the dirt. 2-2.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Lifted in the air, right field. Makes the catch. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And ball 1.
1-0.
Here comes a pitch. Fought off foul. Man at first, one away. Ground ball right side, could be 2. And he can't come up with it. And it's going to wind up out of play.
Now batting, the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero.
Second and third, one gone. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now at the plate. Golden opportunity right here.
Oh.
And there's a ball.
1 ball, no strike.
Way upstairs, and now 2-0. Second and third here, one away. That one way outside, and now 3-0. And the righty deals. In the air, right field. Jones sizing this one up. Makes the grab. Runner tagging from third. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And they lead by 2.
So many times that one gets out of here and into the seats, but he'll take the sac fly, RBI. Good job to get that run in from third.
Now a chance for Seiya Suzuki. Caught looking his first time up. And ball 1 to the right fielder. Runner at third, 2 away. And a foul ball. Two outs. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With two outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
The 1-2. And another ball. Two outs and a runner at third. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. This one in the air, right field. Sizes this one up. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that's the third out. So it's one run on one base hit, a couple of errors, and one left on. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. Blue Jays 2 and the Cubs nothing. Bottom of the inning. Dansby Swanson stands in.
The shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
A wind in the pitch. Right through there for a strike. Next pitch is outside. The 1-1 is fouled off. That's inside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Boots it. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score.
Pretty much gifted a leadoff base runner right there. And as an offense, this is where you really want to take advantage. Apply some pressure this inning. Make that error hurt.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. Fouled off. He was late. Nobody out. Runner at first. Wouldn't chase that time. Kicks and fires. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there, and you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Buxton in the box now. Takes strike one.
He's looking for a strikeout or a ball on the ground for a double play to sort of calm this situation down.
And that's outside. And that is ball one. Swanson at second. Contreras at first with no outs. Next offering upstairs.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Righty delivers. That one misses, and the count is 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
The Jays leading by 2 here in the last half of the third. Swing and a drive by Buxton. Deep to left. That's back. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. And now they're out front. It's 3-2. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. There was a sinker up in the zone. It looked like it came out of the pitcher's hand a little bit too early. Doesn't have the velocity that good four-seam fastball does. And at the plate, he didn't miss it.
Here's Turner now. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. This one chopped in the ground, but foul.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
The big bat's coming up and a home run already surrendered. He's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Right-hander kicks, deals. The punch out there. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. And it's Rafael Devers in the box.
The first baseman, Rafael Devers.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1. And that's outside. Swings through that one out in front that time. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Mike Trout digs in now. He's 0 for 1. This is a true five-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
Still only one out here in the inning. Next offering is down low. Hits for average power, the ability to field, the arm, and then the speed. Really impressive. At the belt and fires. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Suzuki has a beat on it. 2 away.
The batter, the right fielder, Nolan Jones.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Nolan Jones. And he's already singled in this game. He swings and fouls one off. And a pitch. A little bit high. And it's a ball and a strike. And here it comes. Hard hit left side. They take the force out, and that is that. So the Cubs get 3 on this blast. It's now a 3-2 ball game. You're dialed into the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, George Springer. And the right-hander back to work. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Springer, multi-time All-Star, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's usually in the outfield. Today, he's the DH. 0-1. Foul ball there.
You know, people don't realize how far the jog is from the dugout to the outfield position. And if you're playing in Oakland, man, it's a country mile to get out there. So for him to be able to be the DH today, that is really a nice day off.
That one misses, and the count 1-2. And another ball. Now all even up. Slider misses outside. That one is inside ball 4. And I mean, oh, so close.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Springer on the run. Pitch misses. Contreras throws. Not in time. It's a stolen base.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Check swing, went around, and the count even at 1. Blue Jays down a run, top half of inning number 4.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
And a pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch. Right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
So up next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. Hit by a pitch his first time up. And that's in for a strike. Springer leads off second with one gone in the inning. The pitch. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And the pitch. And a curve misses outside.
Clearly he didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
One out and a runner at second. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Kevin Biggio up to the plate. Struck out swinging his first time. Smoked on the ground a second. Tosses to first. That's the third out. Blue Jays held in check. They're down 3-2. Bottom four. Now it's the DH. Bo Bichette.
The designated hitter.
The pitch. And that one fouled off. Ground ball up the middle. Whips it to first. One up, one down.
Yeah, I'm looking at his body language, and he just doesn't seem like things are in sync. And the ball's just not coming off his bat the way it did earlier in the regular season.
O'Neal Cruz, the next Cub to hit. And this is inside. There's the strike at the knees. Next offering is down low. And a count 2-1. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Next pitch in for a strike. It's 2-2. And the right-hander deals. He goes down looking.
Up next to the
Two outs, base is empty. Stepping in, Dansby Swanson. And a good eye there. first, heading for two. And he's in there standing up with a two-out double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
So two down, and next for the Cubs, Wilson Contreras. Singled and scored his first time. Right through there for a strike. A little out front there as he swings through it.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Runner at second, two down. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Man on second, two down. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. And it's in time for the third out, so that'll end the inning. Cubs lead one, but they're up 3-2. Back here at the friendly confines. All set for the start of the inning. Leading off, Addison Barger. The pitch. Swing and a foul straight back.
Well, these Blue Jays looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
And base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Kevin Kiermaier. That's outside. 1-0. Tying run is at first, and we're at the top of the fifth. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
And a pitch. Swings through that.
With two strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Up the middle. Stops it on a slide. There's one. And that's all they'll get.
That's a great play. And the double play opportunity still available.
And next for Toronto, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. That clips the zone, and it's 0-1. Kiermaier leads off first with one away. And a base hit. They fired in quickly, So it's first and second with only one away.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
And now here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The Blue Jays down by a run here in the second game of the series. This to third. They get the tag on him. Double play. What a clean feeling to end the inning. One left for Toronto, and it's still a 3-2 ball game. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the fifth. So up now for Chicago, Byron Buxton. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Drifts towards it. One away. And as well, lots of pop in that bat. So you combine the slug with really good defense. Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Trey Turner at the plate. 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Rafael Devers up to hit. Bassett with a look to first. Back standing. He's in there safely. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. Left-hand batter waits. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. The pitch. Misses off the plate. 2-2. The pitch. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Left-hand hitter waits. Ground ball, Vlad Jr. Here's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 5 innings complete. It's the Cubs 3 and the Blue Jays 2. Back here in Wrigley Field, and now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. Kopech back to work. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-0. And the righty deals. That one not close, and the count is 2-0. Just missed. George Springer to bat next. Here's a 3-0. And fouled off. Righty to the plate. Fastball for a strike. Full count.
Oh boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And he deals. On the ground to third. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. And the batter is George Springer. That misses, and that's ball 1. And that's downstairs and outside. The Cubs leading by a run, and we're the top half of the 6th. Inside, just missed. Next offering is in for a strike. One down, base is empty. Chop to third. Cruz. To first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Now back. Alejandro.
Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. He's already homered in this game. In there at the knees. Out towards right center field. Dives, but it's off his glove. Base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. Ball 1 there.
Well, with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on. Drive it into a gap and score that run from first base.
And that's in for a strike. Kirk, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Here comes a pitch. Wouldn't chase that time.
Well, just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
Two outs.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Kevin Biggio up next. Righty delivers. Ripped to short, to second. Turner, third out. 1 hit, 1 left. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Cubs 3 and the Blue Jays 2. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's a big power threat. Mike Trout. The wind of the pitch. And delivers outside. Activity in the bullpen. Eric Swanson up and throwing. Richards also throwing. The 1-0. And a swing and a miss.
1-1.
This to center field. Kiermaier under it. Nabs it. And there's one down.
Now batting, right fielder,
Nolan Jones, the next Cub to hit.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
And that one's a little bit low. Ball 1. Kicks and fires. And that one is inside. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Just missed.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
A line to kick the pitch. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Man at first with 1 gone. Next is the designated hitter, Bo Bichette. First pitch misses. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Right side. Suzuki makes the catch. 2 down. Down the third baseman, O'Neal Cruz.
third baseman, O'Neal Cruz.
That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. And the pitch. That's in there. That's strike one. The 1-1 is fouled off. Right-hander kick steals.
2-2.
Squirts away a little bit. To second, and he's out. Bang, bang play, and the inning is over. Here at Wrigley Field, we go to the top of the seventh. Here's the second baseman, Kevin Biggio. And here it comes. That one missed. Looking to get the tying run on base. 2 balls, no strikes to count. That one missing inside.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Addison Barger waiting to hit for Toronto. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. That's in there. Strike one. Gets the slider in there for a strike.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. The wind of the pitch. Lifted in the air, right center field. Track makes a nice running catch.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Barger in the box again, takes the strike. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. That one misses. 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. One-two now. Hard ground ball, base knock. And now the lineup turns over with one away.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
And now the center fielder, Kevin. Kiermaier. Not even close there. Ball one.
This guy absolutely flies. The defense wants to turn two, but they've got to get a ball they can do it with. Make sure you get the first out before you try to rush and get two and end up with nothing.
The 1-0. Just a weak fly ball this time. Buxton sizing it up. He's got it. And there's 2 away.
The third baseman, number 13,
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 3.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Fastball for a strike. And a foul ball. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And ball 1. Barker leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Cubs 3 and the Blue Jays 2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Eric Swanson.
And he's had a tough go of it against left-handed batters this year. They've been hitting him hard, so we'll see how he does here.
Here's the third baseman, O'Neal Cruz.
The third baseman,
Swanson goes 6 feet 3 inches, 30 years old now, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2014. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Ball. No strike.
And the right-hander deals. Late with the swing there.
1-1.
Kicks and deals. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
You know, the best way to forget about the pain is inflicting some pain, and working your way around the bases and touching home plate is a way to stick it to that other team.
Dansby Swanson, the next Cub to hit. Swanson hitting better against right-handers this year, so some reverse splits there. Sliced hard but foul. Right-handed reliever. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
No ball. He's straight.
Here's the 0-2. There goes the runner.
1 ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. At the belt and fires. Stays alive. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Man at second. Got it by him for the K.
Well, that was a really good job setting him up right there. Pitcher and catcher working together to finish him off with the fastball. And even though the location probably wasn't what he wanted, the sequence is what got the job done. Clearly late with the swing after seeing the off-speed stuff on the pitch before.
So digging in, Wilson Contreras. Just off the outside edge.
1-0.
1-0. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Here's Byron Buxton looking to do more of what he did back in the 3rd.
No doubt. That 3-run homer is a huge reason why they're in a good spot right now in this ball game, and an important swing of the bat.
That one finds the zone. 0-1. Two outs and one in scoring position. And there's the ball. Man on second, 2 down. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And the pitch. Slider misses outside. Swings through it for the K. Couldn't catch up to the heater. One left for the Cubs. And it remains a 3-2 ball game. Back here. Lucas Erceg will take over here.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
The pitch. In for a strike. 0-1. The pitch. And takes low for ball 1. And a pitch. And that's off the inside edge. And a count 2-1. And the righty deals. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
fought off foul. Holding on to a one-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering is downstairs. The pitch. On the ground, right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Not in time. He's safe.
No problem beating out the infield hit right there. Good hustle getting down the line. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. With the tying run on at first, here in the second game of the series. Bounced, and that got the pitcher to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as they see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
First and second, 1 out. So up next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Just missed.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. Righty to the plate. On the ground, could be 2. Turner toss the second. Double play as they get out of another jam, and the inning ends.
Well, second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
Now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Trevor Richards.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggling with free passes this year.
Here's Trey Turner.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Turner.
The pitch. And first offering is fouled off. Here comes a pitch.
Oh!
Foul ball. And a pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And the pitch. Turner tries to hold up, appeal to first. He did not go around. That's way outside, and the count's full. So Turner reaches base, and this is a guy with good speed.
A great back and forth in that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Turner runs. There's the ball.
That's the ball.
And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
Man at second. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Kiermaier going back on this one. Makes the catch up against the wall. Runner tags at second.
The batter, the center fielder, Mike Trout.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a three-run game in the blink of an eye.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good. Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners if they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Runner on at third. One gone. Next offering misses. Going to count 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's to third, and that's just foul. The 1-2. And another ball. One away with a runner at third. Good eye right there.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Three-two now. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Big strikeout right there, and that kind of takes the pressure off the defense a bit. Infield was in, so now they can move back, give themselves more time on the grounder to make a play. A lot more ways to work out of this and strand that runner at third now.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. But they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. Cubs lead 1, but they still lead at 3-2. New pitcher on now, Joe Jimenez.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
comes. And that one fouled off. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that puts the tying run on base.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
And the batter now, Kevin Biggio. That clips the corner. Next offer in there for a strike. And that is strike two. Trying to close out a one-run lead here at the top of the ninth. That's a little bit low.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Kicks and fires.
That's the ball.
Runner on the go. Pitch is low. Contreras throws. Not in time. It's a stolen base.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. When you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
So the tying run at second. And a swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
He's got to throw any pitch at any count, 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
He's 2 outs away. And the batter will be the shortstop, Addison Barger. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Man at second. Got the back a little too soon. It's strike 2.
0-2.
And he deals. The shortstop takes the ball. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. This one lifted in the air, left field. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one bounces over the wall and foul ground, and it's an automatic double as a run scores on the play.
He puts a great swing on that pitch and drives home the run, and that was always going to be a double, but the bounce over the wall just took the guesswork out of it right away. It was a nice swing.
Back to the top of the lineup, and next for Toronto, Kevin Kiermaier. fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. And they lead it. It's 5-3. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
One down. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa next up for the Blue Jays. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss as he was late.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
One down, base is empty. Off the mark there. 1-2
One ball.
to count.
2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive. The pitch. On the ground to the left. Swanson fires across the diamond. That takes care of Kiner-Falefa.
The first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. the next to hit. 3 flyouts already. He's 0 for 3. And that one a little below the knees, and that's ball 1. Swing and a ball popped up. Cruz moving under it. Brings it in for the 3rd out. A nice strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. It's now 5-3. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Jordan Romano. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Number 68, Jordan Romano.
And now the DH, Bo Bichette.
The designated
Now, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
And a pitch. Ball 1 there. Right-hander kicks, deals. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. At the belt and fires. And another ball.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Righty delivers. Fouled off. He was late.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
The pitch.
3-2.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
Leading off for the Cubs.
O'Neill Cruz,
third baseman.
the next Cub to hit.
And things could change quickly here with one swing.
Romano picks to first, and he's back safely. Swung on, belted. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out.
Waste no time there. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night. Chance now to even the score and maybe extend this game.
Dansby Swanson, the next Cub to hit. And fouled off.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or two on base.
Trying to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the ninth.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack, but that's where he functions best.
The 0-2.
Oh.
That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Bounced up the middle. Biggio throws to first in time. There for the out. Runner scores from third.
Well, you're definitely looking to do more with that opportunity at the plate. Two runners in scoring position, but at least he puts the ball in play. They bring across one run. Still one out there to pick up.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Wilson Contreras.
These are the moments you dream of as a hitter. Bottom of the ninth with a chance to tie or win the game. It's time to live up to the big moment. Here's a sac fly situation, and he's got to make sure he gets the ball out over the plate and get those arms extended. They're trying to crowd him with the infield in. This would be a big pickoff if he can push a run across.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. The tying run is 90 feet away. Just missed. And a pitch. Fastball for a strike. The 2-1. And another ball. Byron Buxton waiting to hit for the Cubs. With the tying run at third, winning run at the plate, and the home team trying to pull it out. Swing and a miss. And now 3-0. 3-2.
Wow, no fear right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
And the righty deals. Bounce to the left side. Into the outfield, base hit. In to score from third. It's 5-5.
Huge moment for him and his team, dude. You know, some guys just grip it a bit too tight in a big spot like this, having a chance to tie it up in the bottom of the ninth. But he didn't let the moment get to him. Comes up with the RBI knock, and now he's giving his teammates a chance to walk this.
Out of the bullpen for the Jays, Yimi Garcia.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. Tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Here in the bottom of the ninth, 1 out. Now the left fielder, Byron Buxton. He's already homered here in this one. Right through there for a strike. This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Keegan Thompson up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. One down, winning run on at first. That's in there. 1-2.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Righty to the plate. That one just misses.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner, just a little bit off the edge.
Check swing. Now we look down to first. No swing. Just held it back there. Back and forth we go. A seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or an Uncle Charlie. You can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
So the batting order turns over, and here is Trey Turner. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. With the winning run on at first here in the last half of inning number 9. On the ground to third. Over to Biggio. That's the third out, and we're headed to extras. So they can't push across the winning run, and that means free baseball here this afternoon. We're all tied up 5-5. And we're back on to extra innings. Now here is Seiya Suzuki. New arm out of the bullpen, Keegan Thompson.
Well, home runs have been a problem this year. Not doing a great job keeping the ball in the yard so far this season, so we'll see if that factors in.
The pitch. Ball 1, no strikes.
Well, it's kind of deflating. You blow that lead in the bottom of the 9th, so here's a new opportunity. Hit the reset button, try to get some more runs, and then close it out in the bottom half of this one.
And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 2. missing low.
3-0.
Base open at first now, and here's the intentional walk. They might be trying to set up the double play with nobody out.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
Springer in the box now, takes strike one.
So in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
And a pitch. In the air, left side. Buxton snags it on the run.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
So up next, Alejandro Kirk. Outside, and it's 1-0. With the go-ahead run standing at second here in the top half of the 10th. And another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Two on, 1 out.
3
That
balls,
misses.
1 strike.
And now 3-1. Dalton Varsho on deck for the Blue Jays. And the right-hander deals inside ball 4.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boone. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
That one ripped, but foul. Bases loaded, 1 away. And here in extra innings. Next offer in there for a strike. And it's 1-2. The pitch. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. The 1-2. Got it! Huge strikeout there.
Oh, it's a pretty nasty curveball right there, and the hitter didn't look comfortable at all. Clearly fooled. Tried to check his swing and went around, but it would have been called a third strike anyhow. That's how dirty it was. Nice pitch for the punch out.
Biggio up to bat next. Lays off for ball. Bases loaded, 2 down. Here in extra innings. Next pitch is outside.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Wouldn't chase that time.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
2 outs. And that's through there for a strike. The pitch. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Right-handed reliever on the ground, down the line, and it's foul. Guerrero at third, Suzuki over at second, Kirk at first, 2 out of the inning. And a swing and a line drive into right field. Base hit, 1 run in already. The second run scores. It's 7-5 now.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive the ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Now the batter now, Addison Barger. 4 for 4 with a double and 3 singles. That missed by a lot. Ball 1. Runners on first and third, 2 away. And that's outside. 2-0. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Mason Miller up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Two on, 2 outs. That one hit to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that'll do it. So 2 runs on just 1 base hit. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. Last chance to even things up. We head to the bottom of inning number 10. Blue Jays 7 and the Cubs 5. On to the bottom of the 10th. And now, Rafael Devers.
The first baseman, Rafael Devers.
Garcia back to work. That one is absolutely belted. Back there. And that one's gone into the bleachers. A towering shot to center. His second homer this series. And we are tied. It's 7-7. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? But a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Mike Trout will hit next. And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball 1. 2 runs across in the inning, and we're in the last half of the 10th. Off the mark there. Ball 2. Garcia, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
And here it comes. And it skips in the dirt. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up. Well, the potential winning run is bad enough, but with his speed and ability to put himself in scoring position, that could be a huge mistake.
Tim Mesa gets the ball now.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Now it's going to be Nolan Jones.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Line drive, base hit. Trout around second, on his way to third. Throw comes in, and the winning run stops 90 feet from home. Nobody out.
Well, that at-bat had a lot of pressure riding on it, so really great job coming through right there. It's got to feel good. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. To left, Varsho sizing this one up. He's got it. Here comes the runner from third. Across is the winning run, and the Cubs walk it off in extra innings.
These can be tough at bats when you know you've got to get the ball in the air. At worst case scenario, that pitcher is going to try to tie you up, throw you up and in, but he did a good job pulling the hands through. Extension to put that ball deep enough out into the outfield to score that run and win this game.
And a final 8-7. A one-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 8 runs on 11 hits. 2 errors. They left 7 runners on base. For the Blue Jays, 7 runs on 12 hits. 1 error and 11 runners left on base. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 20 minutes.